The topic of my sustained investigation is relating specific colors to certain emotions, mainly through facial expression. My inquiry question is, how do colors change perceptions and evoke different emotions? To answer this question through my investigation, I explored a multitude of different emotions and connected them to a certain color. My investigation was inspired by my interest in connecting specific experiences or facial expression to colors. I wanted to create a series of work that explores how colors can bring out a certain emotion and how or why colors are commonly associated with different emotions. I mainly used colored and graphite pencils on either tones or white drawing paper to accurately show facial expression while incorporating color. I worked on using contrast and value by shading to build dimension in my skin tones. I also used shading to add the specific color I was focusing on to the faces in a few of my pieces. I used a lot of blending to create highlights in hair and facial features. This topic relates to me because I focus on emotions that I personally have felt as well as my viewer. I picked commonly felt emotions because they remain relevant to me and will continue to be relevant in my future. My main message when communicating to my viewers revolved around how accurately I could depict the emotion I was exploring through the portrait. I mainly want my viewer to be able to have a general idea of what emotion I focused on in any given piece and why I chose the color I used to describe it. I would like my viewers to understand that both color and emotion is a part of our everyday life, and even unknowingly, we often associate the two without even knowing it. My whole investigation was exploring different emotions, so each piece has a different emotional connection, but overall I feel I stuck to using basic everyday emotions throughout my series, like, for example, happiness, tiredness, sadness, and curiosity. My initial ideas and goals didn't really change, as my first idea in my investigation was to connect different colors to emotions. But when picking which emotions to explore, I definitely had to pick or change which exact emotions I would be focusing on in each piece, as well as how I would set up my references. I feel I was successful in putting emphasis on which specific emotion I wanted to focus on in each piece, and I am most proud of making sure I spent quality time on each piece and managed my time throughout my portfolio process.